I'm here with Nigel Kinsman. He's the winemaker for a new project from an old vineyard. We're in the Bella Oaks vineyard here in Rutherford, and you're standing in block one, which has obviously been replanted recently. So first, give us a little backstory on Bella Oaks and its history, and then tell us what you did in this block.
Sure. Yeah, so Bella Oaks is quite a historic vineyard. Was planted by Bellumbani Rhodes in 1973, and the first single vineyard wine was produced by Heitz under the Bella Oaks vineyard label in 1976, or from the 76 vintage. So the vineyard's been around quite some time. In fact, we have records showing grapevines back here to the late 1880s. But incredible site. You know, the vast majority of the fruit has gone to Heitz for many, many years. And most people are very familiar with the Heitz Bella Oaks vineyard wine. Yep. Incredible bottle of wine. And then for a short period of time there, Staglin received the fruit as well. But from the 2018 vintage forward, Suzanne Dilbooth, the owner, has decided that Bella Oaks really deserves its own, to sing its own voice, to have its own voice. And so here we are.
And now in this block, obviously a recent replant, and not the only recent replant in this block. Right. Talk about that.
It was originally replanted shortly after Suzanne acquired the property, and she acquired the property in 2010. Unfortunately, we were seeing a fairly high incidence of red blotch virus in here, and had to make the very tough decision to replant the block after the 2019 harvest. So yes, roots went in the ground in 2020, and then we field grafted just 4-ish weeks ago.
Now, you're in a pretty hot and dry year here in an area that's known for hot and dry years, but this year's been particularly dry. What is it like getting these vines established? I know that irrigation's turned on here. Is this more difficult than usual, or does irrigation basically just save the day? What's going on in terms of the water usage?
Yeah, for sure. Irrigation saves the day. Yeah. I mean, right now we don't have a huge demand on these vines. There's not a lot of leaves on them. And then actually in a drought year like this, we're actually able to dial in a little bit better exactly how much water each vine is getting. But we're seeing at this stage no implications of the dry year in this block.
And this is block one. Across the road is block two. Walk us over there. And sure. Obviously we've got a little bit better established here. And sure. What's going on in this block?
Yeah, so again, once Suzanne acquired the property, we embarked on a replant schedule, and this block was replanted shortly after the original planting of block one, so somewhere in the 2016-17 world. So youngish Cabernet vines, but boy, are they producing some pretty incredible fruit. It's true, I think, that in the right site, with the right farming, you can produce some pretty exceptional wine from young vines.
And let's just look at this one over here. Again, the irrigation's turned on, but you were telling me just before we went on camera how happy you are with the farming in here, which is done by David Abreu. Point out some of those clusters there, and yeah, what you like, what you're seeing, why you like what you're seeing.
Sure. I mean, look at this vine. The balance is great. Not too many clusters for the leaf area and the length of shoots that we have. Beautiful positioning of each cluster, getting the right light environment in there. We're pushing through veraison there, so maybe 30% or thereabouts. We've removed all wings from each of the clusters. Yeah, I mean, the stage is set. The light coming into each of these clusters right now is really in a great place.
The debut release of the Bella Oaks vineyard under Suzanne's ownership with its own label was in which vintage?
2018.
Okay, and we'll see that soon, and then obviously we got our fingers crossed for 2021.
Right.